understand that there are 0 wedding dates in the Hindu calendar for 5 months. Seeing as that one of your key reasons, do you think you're worried about how the festive season may pan out for Titan?
Not at all. I don't think that is right. At least the database we have, there is a postponement, as in there are fewer wedding dates in November, but December and January make up for November. So there is no such worry.
With very focused strategy, you have been able to increase your market share or actually increase your contribution from the jewelry business to 20% of overall sales. How do you expect that segment to perform from here on?
No. I think jewelry's contribution is much more than that. Jewelry has been growing at about 15%. First quarter was 15%. And our target is higher than that. So we expect to grow better in quarter 2 and quarter 3. And therefore, 20% of course is not the target. It will be we expect to grow higher than that.
Right. The added worry, Mr. Bhat, for Titan has been this quarter, the Kerala floods, unfortunate as that. But considering that, how have July and August sales been for Titan so far?
Well, we've had activation in jewelry as well as in watches, and have been achieving our growth rates that we need to achieve for the quarter. It's been a reasonably good run. I'm afraid I cannot share the exact numbers because they are, they're still being collected as well.
Right. The 25% sales guidance, Mr. Bhat, for jewelry has come under the cloud. We heard Mr. Subramanian pointing out that it may be difficult to achieve the same. Could you throw some more light on it?
25% growth in jewelry was what we had indicated as our target. Our target has not changed, which is what I was talking about. So, through activations and through various other initiatives, including a very aggressive sales pitch during quarter 3, which is the big quarter for festivals, we expect to make up a substantial portion of what we couldn't in the first quarter for jewelry. However, other businesses are also contributing to the growth. So, overall we are expecting a good quarter 2 and a good quarter 3 from a profitability perspective, even if the top line may not be up to the mark for the whole year. I am talking about 9 months.
Right. How do you expect to do in this fiscal then in terms of your financial performance, especially in the jewelry sales segment?
We continue to pursue our target, as I said, of overall growth of 25%. Now, we may fall short by a couple of percentage points. That will depend on how the festive season sales pan out. But as a company, we expect to have a good Q2 and Q3. Q4, we still have to wait and watch because it's too early to predict what Q4 is likely to be.
And what about jewelry margins? Have they recovered to high teens after the aberration that we saw in first quarter?
We have had a good run on the margin because of the very good growth in diamond jewelry sales. In addition, the watch business has improved its margins, as you've seen in quarter 1, and eyewear is growing. So, some of the businesses which were taking away from the profit margin are now contributing.
Okay. And the currency depreciation, Mr. Bhat, because that is only worsening in case of regulatory action by the government in the form of curtailment perhaps on gold imports. What impact could Titan face?
Well, it's a big question. The current account deficit that we are facing as a country could turn out to be a problem. In the past, this company has had to face that because of curbs on gold imports and so on. Relatively speaking, we are much better off. The rupee slide, of course, does affect imports in the watch business and eyewear business, where there is still some component imports we are dependent on. In jewelry, of course, the price of gold is the uncertain part, and the price of gold hasn't risen to the extent that the rupee has weakened. However, if there are curbs on gold imports, there could be some impact on the working capital. On the demand side, we don't expect a significant impact because of that. Consumers are expecting to spend better in the coming festive season.
And we wish you all the best, Mr. Bhat. Thanks very much for joining.